All right. We're back again. That was bad. Hi. How y'all doing? I should be asleep too, but why? I have nowhere to go tomorrow, so here I am. I had to put on my accoutrements first. I wasn't prepared. You're good, Douglas. We're good. That's good. I had a few more readings I wanted to do before I retire, as they used to say. Oh, a pool sounds nice. You haven't been swimming in maybe 15 years or so. I am, Teresa. I am here. I love swimming, though. I taught myself. Well, don't let me keep you, Karen. Because you know how it is over here. We'll probably read a few and then go back to chitting and chatting. Is this picking up too much noise? I think it might be. It's 94. It's 57 here now. I think the high is going to be 70 something. So I got out of Florida just in time. Look at the weather. I'm curious now. High of 67. I'll take it. $9:30. It's Friday here. It's 3:33 over here. I do know it's Jay. Do you know what time it is? Me and Becca was just talking about that. She said, "Are you going live?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Well, I'll be there." She said, "You know, Jay will probably have his ass up too." Oh, the night owls. Here we are. So speaking of weather, I had a reading I've wanted to do. Yes, my old neighborhood is actually flooded right now as we speak. It is flooded. But right now, there is side double A. There is a goofy old git by the name of David Legates, who is a climate change skeptic, who is now the head of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. He's a climate change denier in charge of the administration for the ocean and the atmosphere. I can't right now. Like, you can't even make this up anymore. So it's called the NOAA, if you ever see it in an article, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. He is the head of it, and he does not believe in climate change. Meanwhile, there's like 14 hurricanes in the ocean all at one time. I don't know who's going live on election night. It's going to be a few of us, I do believe. So we will definitely try. So I just want to know, kind of like Scott Pruitt was in charge of the EPA, and he sued the EPA when he was in Oklahoma like 40,000 times. And then next thing you know, he's the head of the EPA. And didn't leave the EPA until it was well known that he was stealing money and doing all this other kind of stuff. But so, climate change denier and head of the OAAA, what I want to know is, what kind of changes will it endure? Because it'll still be there, but what kind of changes will it endure? What's going to happen with the NOAA? Here in the past, there's your change. Your first change is the death card. Then there's the magician. This is manipulation. And here with the page of cups, this is your nature. This is your also surprises and things of that nature, but two of wands. So here in the past, what we got is information being manipulated and changed for the future here. So there's limitless possibilities about what they were going to do. This is the past. So this was back when his administration first started. They never had a intent on making these environmental agencies healthy. They were always supposed to be either bare bones or head by somebody that was ridiculous, like a Scott Pruitt, like this stupid fool here, David Legates. Here's my thing. In my Lena Rodriguez, first digression, viewers. If you have a problem with your automobile, do you take it to your dentist? Do you take it to your florist? Or do you take it to your auto mechanic? Why is it you would not take it to your florist? Your florist might know how to fix a car. Because you take your car to the place where the people know how to fix cars. Wouldn't that make sense? Hi, Beckham. Hi, Tara. You would take your car to a place where they know how to fix cars. That would make sense. So why is it when it comes to the environment, do you go to anybody else that has nothing to do with the environment? You would take your environmental problems to people who study environmental problems. Just like you would take your car to an auto mechanic and not your florist and your dentist. So that's my tangent. Moving on. King of Cups, Strength, 9 of Pentacles, High Priestess. There is an agenda. Strength and High Priestess. There is an agenda. This is not really a David Legates is the great guy for the job. No, there is an agenda here because the reading starts with fighting and maybe some pushback and some protests, but not protests in the traditional sense as in out in the streets, but this is like people pushing back online or on their talking heads. So there will be people here with the Page of Wands that are pushing back on this man's appointment and what it is that they're actually going to be doing with this agency. So yeah. Fear is the Four of Wands, the administration. There's Seven of Swords, like I said, agenda. There's agenda, and then there is a wealthy man behind it. Judgment. So right now, there's an agenda that has something to do with the wealthy man or a banker or some sort of investor or something like that. Mind you, these people do not work for environmental agencies to protect or help the environment. They all work for environmental agencies to deregulate things. And that is more than likely why this rich tycoon type person with the King of Pentacles is there with the Seven of Swords. The hidden agenda that was here with the High Priestess, the hidden agenda that was there has something to do with his schemes. So it has something to do with whatever it is that he's wanting. And so that's why in the fear and the word of warning is the judgment that is put upon you by, again, that fighting, that protesting. So you do fear the pushback, but it doesn't stop anything. Problem is, and this is good news for the environment, is they don't have enough time to fulfill their agenda. Here with the Three of Wands is plans that are almost complete, but they are not complete because completion is in the fear. So it doesn't actually happen. And then you have the Emperor here. This again is that the rich tycoon person with the hidden agenda or persons. And so, yeah. This is probably to deregulate. This is everything in the world has got to be about money. The world would be great if there were no people, wouldn't it? Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, that's what that one was. So I have another question too. Donald Trump talks like he knows he's about to lose. It's very strange. He said that Kamala Harris is a crazy person, naturally, because if he couldn't call them a name, then what would he call them? And so he said she's a crazy person. And when, this is what he said, and when Biden gets elected, he's going to resign and then you're going to get her for your president. He didn't say if. He said when Biden gets elected, you're going to have her, he's going to resign and you're going to have her as your president. She's a crazy person. And then somebody else said something about when Biden gets elected. And so I keep hearing this from people on the right that keep saying when Biden gets elected, when Biden gets elected. What in the world do they know that we don't know? So why does he keep talking like Biden is going to get elected? What is your placement question, Jero? Working the night shift, Miss Enjoy. I'll sing you some Lionel Richie in a minute. So why does he keep talking like he's already lost? So we start with the sun. We got some illumination here. Ace of Swords. I think he does have this inside knowledge that he is not going to win. If he can pull off his magic act, with the whole shutting down this and the shutting down that and the delaying this and confusing that, then that's his only real ticket to fame here. But both of these cards are confirmations. Both of these cards are basically, this is clarity. Truth, clarity, victory, all that stuff with the Ace of Swords. Illumination, victory, confirmation with the sun. Those are the first two cards that he gets. So he kind of knows in here, hey, my goose is cooked. The Ace of Swords crossed by the devil. So if you're doing a Celtic cross, if you're doing it traditionally, I do mine's different. But if you do it traditionally, the first card is usually representative of the person. This is representative of a challenge to that person. Challenge, conflict, or whatever may be hindering the situation. So Ace of Swords is clarity and truth, like we were saying. And then you cross by the devil, which is confusion and lies and greed and substance abuse and everything the devil would represent. So your truth and clarity is clouded by confusion and destruction. So that's what Ace of Swords crossed by the devil would say. So, and then we have the star. So there's your future. There, maybe one cell is working. And then the future is 5 of Cups. He feels as though he's lost already. I'll shed a tear for him. And then drown him in it. No. Then there's the 4 of Pentacles. Trying to hold on to what you have. And then the 4 of Cups. Submitting to your fate. The 4 of Cups, you have no choice. It just keeps coming. It's boring. It's the same thing over and over and over again. This never changes day in, day out. That's what that is. And then the 4 of Pentacles is something you're afraid to lose. 9 of Cups in the fear. It's your wishful thinking. 6 of Cups, that is him in the environment there. He feels as though it's over. He really does. That's why he's talking that way. 3 of Wands, this is the hopes. Hopes for a secure future, and then the Chariot. So yeah, he feels as though he has lost already. So good for you, because I hope you do. I hope you get what you hope for. Maybe he wants out. Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know. But he feels as though he's lost already. So there you go. Do. So will Trump's finances fail? Will there come a point where you go check your balance and you got $48.16? Mind you, that would be a lot more than the people that you have left with no job and no health care have. But for you, a person who is a self-proclaimed or an NBC-proclaimed billionaire, will your finances remain strong, or will they start to go down in the next, let's say next year? Because right now you basically have a big giant GoFundMe account called your campaign finance. And when you no longer have a campaign, let's say, you know, God willing, you do lose. And who's going to pay for your lawyers and your team of attorneys, which you will need because you're going to be up that bovine river without no means of locomotion, as they say. I have no idea. We don't do astrology charts around here because I don't understand none of that. So that was more than likely somebody else. But here's the thing, too, with this whole thing of he's going to leave on November 1st. He's going to leave. People cannot predict dates for this man. It does not work that way. I understand how it is. When people read the stars and the stars map out everything else that does not apply for this person. He is Teflon Don for a reason. All that other stuff does not apply. So when we think he's going to leave on this day, or his world's going to come crumbling down on this day, or he's going to have an itchy scalp on this day, it's not going to happen. It'll happen when it happens. Fanuel, that means the ending is written before the beginning began. So it's just one of the things we got to wait it out. That's all. He's like a bad period, isn't he? The Sun and the Nine of Cups. The Hanged Fae, which is the Hangman, and the Five of Cups. Eight of Cups, Two of Cups, all these cups. The Star, the Five of Pentacles, ooh, that's bad. The only Pentacle card I pull is the one that represents poverty. So, will his finances start to fail next year? I get a yes. There is illumination around the greed, so you may have plenty of lawsuits, and not only just lawsuits, but you will actually have a light shone upon your finances. So if you do not get reelected, so you can pretty much kind of count it guaranteed that somebody's going to look into your finances now, because Mnuchin is not there to help you. Barr is not there to help you. You attack Biden and his son, so I don't see why he would help you. So who do you have? Who do you have in your corner? I got this over my shoulder. What do you have over yours? So there you go. No, I don't drink. I don't really like the taste of alcohol. So I'll have something pretty. Maybe I'll have a frothy drink, but it won't be alcoholic. So. There's the Hangman and the Five of Cups. Stuck and stagnant, frozen assets maybe, but something is stuck and stagnant. It's going nowhere. It's sacrificed. And then there's sadness and loss and sorrow and grief. Could happen to a nicer person. Eight of Cups and the Two of Cups and the Five of Cups. No, Five of Pentacles. This is your poverty. This is your walking away, and then relationships. Those who supported you, those who were with you, are now on the other side of the fence. And now you are here all along crying, what about me? And you don't have any more money, and this and this and this. And you have money, you just don't have yours. Or you don't have theirs, excuse me. So you always want to live off of somebody. But Three of Cups is where it ends in. Clarified with the Four of Pentacles. You will have some people who are tight-knit that you could possibly draw money from. Now, here's the thing about that. If you were a billionaire, you don't need to draw money from nobody. Bill, not Bill, what's the child name? Bloomberg. Bloomberg can reach in his pocket and pull out $1 million. You, for whatever reason, can't seem to do that. Now, I've always sort of perpetrated the illusion, maybe, that you're not broke. I mean, I know people say he's broke, but he can't be broke because he has a lot of liabilities. And he can't be just flat broke. But he is close. When you think about what it is, so he's definitely not a billionaire. That was a character, actually, that y'all revealed to me, that NBC, and we did a reading on it a long time ago, but we did a, be classy, we did a reading on it, and yeah, it showed that he indeed was playing a character. The NBC, when he was on The Apprentice, told him to portray a billionaire real estate tycoon. That was the character of Donald Trump. So that's why he claims he's a billionaire. And mind you, when he was asked, are you a billionaire? It says, he said, it depends on my mood. No, it depends on the numbers. I mean, I don't know what school you went to, but like, come on. Oh, Lord have mercy. The numbers will tell you. You don't have to guess. If you go to your bank account and you see billions, then you're a billionaire. If you see $58.16, then you're a $58.16 So there you go. What kind of changes? Oh, that was for y'all to do. I did that one already. Okay, somebody said, what are Putin's plans after Donald Trump? Oh, he has never been a billionaire. You are right about that. I bet he can't even spell billionaire. So what are Putin's plans post-Trump? I'd settle for 1,000 there, right? Oh, Lord. With these last $2, as the song says. He should be very afraid of that man. It just came out that it is possibly a water bottle. That's what poisoned that guy over who was running against him. How they got poison on that child water bottle in his hotel room. There you go. I mean, you should be very afraid of that person. 10 of Cups and the Knight of Wands. Post-Trump, plans for Trump. 10 of Cups and the Knight of Wands. There's family and travel. 3 of Cups and the 10 of the 4 of Swords and the Ace of, oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, Lord Jesus. Ooh. 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 You have to pay the piper, buddy. That's what you're going to have to do. So 10 of Cups and Knight of Wands. There is a travel to see the family or a family to see him or something of the nature to where you have 10 of Cups and Knight of Wands. So somebody is going to go see somebody else. Here you have the travel card, and then you have the Knight or the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is the family, and this is the travel. And then you have the 10 of Swords and the 3 of Cups. Celebration is over. The unity is over. The time, because they're not going to get you to run for a second term. So this is 10 of Swords and 3 of Cups. There is an ending, a loss, to the celebration, to the unity, to everything it is that you would have to look forward to from Vladimir, is ending. There is an ending to it all. And I don't know if that's just... Anyway, 4 swords and the Ace of Wands. So you have some rest and retreat. And then you have a new action here. Then new action brings conflict. Battle. 5 of Wands energy. It brings battle, conflict, politics, bickering, arguing back and forward. So you are going to have some, hey, where is my money? Where's ODB when you need him? And then here it ends in the 2 of Cups. You might reach a settlement. 2 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. With the 7 of Swords. So there might be some sort of agreement that is reached for finances. So he's going to want his money back. And you're going to have to pay it. It's just... See, this is why I say he's not broke, because he still had $25 million to pay off his Trump University lawsuit. So he got a little change somewhere. So when you leave, Vladimir Putin wants his money back, unless you get yourself reelected and lift them sanctions and all this other kind of crap, which I don't think you can even do at this point, because you can't do that unilaterally. So I don't think he'll be doing that. But Vladimir wants his money, sugar. He coming you to get it. So I have 2 questions. Is anyone investigating the money trail, and is anyone still investigating the Russian agent thing? So I'll start with the Russian agent thing. So back in the day, there was an FBI probe that was, I guess, investigating whether or not Donald Trump was a Russian agent. Which, I mean, is kind of like, you know, investigating whether water is wet. But you still do need proof of things. You may know it's in here and in here, but you need proof if you're going to take it into a court. So is there anyone even investigating that anymore about the Russian agent thing? And then we're going to do money trail after that. Russian agent investigation. Let's see. 6 of Cups and the 9 of Swords. Yes, there is still something on that. I don't know why it's taken so long, or whether or not we have heard any, because this is my Donald Trump card now, apparently, because he is unfulfilled and immature with the 6 of Cups, and then there's the worry with the 9 of Swords. And then you have the 10 of Pentacles. So this is your lineage. You were traced back, Ace of Wands. With the lineage, we have the 9 of Wands. So this is all the workings and the buildings and the projects and all that kind of crap that you have gotten from somewhere or someone with big money. Russian banks, more than likely. The Ace of Wands and the Queen of Wands. This actually answers both questions at the same time. The Sun and the Hermit. So yes, it is still being investigated. And I don't really think you can investigate the Russian agent thing without some sort of money being involved. So yes, the paper trail is also being followed as well. So investigations there. And then you have some illumination here in the environment. So yes, both are still happening. I mean, the Russian agent thing, I mean, it seems like you'd found something on that already. Or maybe they have and they're building a case. Because, I mean, kind of like the Woodward thing. They have a moment they want to strike. And maybe it wouldn't do any good to bring this against him right now because Teflon Don. But when he leaves office, then, you know, all bets are off, I guess. So Donald Trump wants a $1 billion stimulus, and the GOP was like, nah, bruh. We ain't trying to give all that money away like that. So who's going to win that battle? Donald Trump, who wants the $1 billion stimulus, or the Russian Republicans who wants, maybe a $28 stimulus. And they throw it in the pit and we all fight over it or something. Well, don't think agent as in spy. Think agent as in tool. Because that's what they were looking at. It's basically, when they called it Russian agent, they said, basically, is he a tool of the Russian Federation? Is he being used on behalf of Russia to infiltrate and not work for us? He works for them. Because spy, no. Tool, yes. 9 of Cups. What was my question? Oh, who's going to win the pony? 9 of Cups and 9 of Wands. There's the greed and the hard work. The 5 of Pentacles. There's your poverty again. So I think GOP wins this battle. There's the Death card. Judgment card, something from the past. They got their way on the last one too. Knight of Coins, Knight of Swords, and the 7 of Wands, higher ground. So 9 of Coins and Knight of Coins and Knight of Swords. Yeah. So they get their way on that one. Donald Trump does not. They have the advantage. Okay. That still doesn't mean we get no money no time soon, but yeah. So I had a question here. So, J.K. Rowling, who wrote the Harry Potter books, is being slammed online for her stance on trans women. Let's use the gay tarot, why don't we? She has been slammed on her stance for or against trans women. She recently wrote a book. It's a installment in the series. So she has other books in this series. This in particular character is a transvestite, which is a cross-dresser, not a transgender. Is basically a cross-dresser who is solving crimes or something. I don't know. But people online, especially the trans community, are burning her books. So I want to know, is her new novel going to be successful? Because she has some people defending her now. And some of the people were from the movies, apparently. I've never seen Harry Potter, ever. And so, will they be successful? So there's the books. And then I have to there's a Harry Potter video game coming out too, that thanks to her stance could stand to also suffer. But they are trying to reassure people that she is not directly involved with the video game, but it is still her creation. So, I mean, she don't get no kickback from it. It's not like The Witcher. The Witcher is a book that a guy wrote that he didn't think was really going to be a big deal. So he sold the rights to that book to, I think, whatever the company is called, Red Barrel or something. And then they took it and then it blew up and now he wants some money. So she's still directly involved. So 7 of Cups and 3 of Cups. There is confusion around the support. 8 of Swords and the Hierophant. She will always have support. Because some people, I am not one of these people. Some people can separate art from artist. And I can ignore who you are and still enjoy what you do. It's kind of like people who are still fans of R. Kelly, something like that, or Bill Cosby, or Seventh Heaven guy who admitted to it, or Woody Allen, or all these people. It's the same thing. It's like you can separate the art from the artist. You can still watch a Woody Allen movie and not agree with him marrying his own adopted daughter. And so here you have the 7 of Cups, and then you have the support here. It's still a little foggy. You have lost a lot of it, but, you know, I mean, hell. The 8 of Swords and the Hierophant. These are the people who will stand by you through thick and thin, and they are 8 of Swords. They are in this with you. The World and the Star, however, and the Page of Swords means that your reputation online is garbage. I mean, it just is. Like I said, you still have support, but it is garbage. And then you're going to have to work a lot more harder to sell things than you would in the past. All you got to do is say J.K. Rowling has got a book coming out. And mind you, I know this has nothing to do with it, but I'm going to mention it anyway because it's my channel. I can do what I want to. She writes these books, these new series of books, under the pen name Ronald something. So this woman writes books under the name of a man. And she said transgender women are not women. I know that ain't the same thing, but I'm going to mention it anyway. And so it ends in the Death card, and I clarified, and I get the 9 of Wands. So she's going to have to work a lot more harder to enact change, a lot more harder to get back to where she used to be. Here with the Moon card, nothing is going to be the same anymore. People are going to side eye you no matter what you say. She can come out tomorrow and say she was sorry, and still people are not going to believe it. So you might as well stand on your truth, I guess. So the video game, which people are saying has nothing to do with her, they're trying their hardest to make sure you understand. She is not directly involved. She just owns. She just owns the Harry Potter franchise. Let's see. The High Priestess and the 6 of Pentacles. They will still buy it. This is the money card you really want to see when you're trying to sell something. So they will still buy it. The Empress and the King of Cups. They will still buy it because this is okay. Listen, the way the video game community really works is they don't care who's behind it. They still need to play it. So they can go out and chit chat amongst themselves and put it on YouTube and Reddit and all these different places. They're still going to do it. So, I mean, you know, it's kind of one of those investment things that with the Ace of Pentacles and 10 of Cups that they kind of have to do. You just kind of have to. It's kind of like there is a video game, one of those shoot 'em, kill 'em up type of games, to where you can reverse the roles and you can play as the Taliban killing American soldiers. And people went just ballistic with that, but they bought it anyway. So there you go. You stand on that soapbox. Die on that hill, madam. It's a bad one to go out on, though. So, before we step back into the world of crazy politics, I got one more. There was a dentist named Seth Lookhart who is now going to be sentenced to 12 years in prison. Here's my thing. Why didn't they do this to, what's the child name? Paul Manafort. Why didn't they do that to him? This child here, he was performing an operation. This is not all he did. I had to look further into the article because I was a little flabbergasted at first. Because when I first read it, this is what it sounded like. Dentist sentenced to 12 years in prison. He operated on someone while he was on a hoverboard. So there's a picture of him on this little hoverboard scooter type looking thing while he's in somebody's mouth with instruments. And I'm like, you going to send him to 12 years of prison for that? But no, he's done like Medicaid fraud, Medicare fraud, and fraud. Like he's got all these fraud charges too. The sad part about this, I kind of almost a little piece, a taste, was feeling bad for him because he's 30 something. 12 years in prison. He'll be 46, I think, when I added it. I think he's 34. He'll be like 45, 46 years old when he gets out of prison, if he doesn't get out early. And then for a decade after that, he cannot practice medicine. Now, mind you, he's a fraud. He frauded the government out of its money. I just think when you give Manafort 4 years, this child here gets 12. So how will this affect his life is what I want to know. I had just a little tiny taste of compassion. I don't know why, because he was a fraud still, but it just seemed a bit harsh when they don't throw the book at nobody else. But he is a white guy, so I mean, I can't necessarily go no racial route with it and say if he was a white guy, he would know he was a white guy. But it's just, I don't know. Yeah, and I thought they were sentencing him for the hoverboard thing. And I'm like, this is crazy. But no, he's a fraud. He defrauded Medicare and Medicaid and all that. But it's just his whole life is going to be changed because he's in his 30s and he'll be in his 40s, near damn 50s when he gets out of prison. Like you missed a whole decade of your life. Anyway, the Hierophant and the Six of Swords. That is not the Hierophant. Judgment and the Six of Swords. I think he'll get out early. 10 of Coins and the King of Wands. He'll get out early. 2 of Cups and the Page of Wands. There will be someone. He's going to have to depend on people around him because he's going to be a felon, like a straight up felon. And, you know, you worked at it. So you worked at being a felon because you defrauded. But those around him is the ones he's going to have to lean on. He does not know what to do after he gets out because his whole life he has been working towards this. You still have to go 8 years to school, if not more, to be a dentist, just like you do if you're a pharmacist or an MD. You have to go to school a very long time. And so, yeah, he's up that creek too without a paddle, and he's going to have to depend on other people when he gets out, his family. They're going to have to support this 45-year-old man that's now a felon. So good on you. Oh, so back in the garbage. I want to take a general look at the finances of y'all's president. Hi, Queen Famous. I want to take a general look. Oh, I don't know if he has student loans. That would be crazy to know, though, because they're still going to be there when you get out of prison. I bet he was a Republican, too. A general look into the finances of y'all's president. Anybody need the calling? Queen of Pentacles. There's your America card, or we could be talking female with money or supportive money, and the Page of Pentacles. Here's news about money. There's news about money. I don't think it is going to be, if I tap into intuition here, there's going to be news about money. News about money, American money, governmental money, or American taxpayer money that is fabricated. That in particular news is false. Here is the American money. Here's the American documents for that money, probably the news about that money. That news is false. That is going to be something that is either pocketed into his administration or pocketed into the RNC, but whatever it is, it's diverted elsewhere. It's not going to where it's supposed to be. So there is a grant finance or something somewhere that is supposed to go to something that we need as people. So for instance, let's say he was supposed to be giving money to the fire relief or something of that nature. Some of that money gets rerouted elsewhere. So it's something like that, but not that in particular, but it's something that American money is being rerouted to his administration or to his campaign or to his something personal here. The Four of Wands, I think I just said the whole reading before the cards came out, but there's the Four of Wands there. So there's his White House and I said the whole reading already. So there's the Seven of Swords, King of Wands, and the Six of Cups. So yeah, there is a King of Wands somewhere. This might be a Minution or somebody, but it's somebody in his administration. This is him. And so that money is being rerouted. That money is being rerouted into him or into his administration, into his campaign, into something that directly benefits him. These two cards come out together. So the sneaky, the strategy, the theft is dealing with his administration. Yeah, that's him. Elevated person. So it has something to do with his campaign, because this would be like your rallies in your Sweet Valley High. So there it is. There's some money that is being rerouted into his campaign. The Moon, it disappears. And then the Five of Swords. This is the advantage, and it is right across. I use kind of both of these as theft sometimes. This is theft and sneaky. This is theft and I just snatched it from your hand. There's nothing you can do about it. So bully. Here's my problem. If his supporters, yeah, share a cell with the dentist. His supporters, if somebody walked up and took $15 out of their pocket, you think they would be angry about that? But when you see stuff like this, why don't they get angry about this? I know they think it's fake news, but oh well. But that's what I see. I'm going to do Don Jr. next, because he also is a person who was benefiting from the campaign, because the campaign was paying his legal bills when he was defending himself in the Trump Tower Moscow meeting. So, good morning, Linda. It still feels night to me because, I mean, it's not morning until the sun comes up. So I've been up all day, though. This is the day I had, well, not really all day, but this is the day I had where I had nothing to do, and I have nothing to do all day. So I will be catching Jen and Lori, hopefully. Hopefully I ain't dead to the world by that time, but I'll be catching Jen and Lori at 1 Central. And then tomorrow, me, Jason, Adrian are going to do our live stream tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern. So it should be fun. Don Jr., finances, Queen of Swords. You get your money from your mama. What's going on? And the Emperor. You get your money from your parents. What does he do for a living? Does anybody know? Like, what is his job title? Is it just being a Trump kid, or does he have like some sort of banker's license, or does he do taxidermy? Like, what does he do for a living if he was not a Trump? You know how they always ask celebrities, what would you be doing if you weren't doing this? I'm going to ask them about Trump. I'm going to write it down so I don't forget. So I don't know if he's got his money from his parents, but I do get a Queen of Swords and an Emperor. And that's his source of income. So I don't think he does anything. He heads Trump Oracle, so he has no job, basically. You work for your father's company is not a job. Not especially when you don't actually do anything. You don't ever see him in there typing nothing up, emailing nobody, faxing nothing. You ain't got no paper cut, nothing. He's just there. He's just there. He does coke for a living. I ain't fooling with y'all. So the world and the moon, he does nothing. There is a completion and mystery. Big picture and mystery. If you step back and looked at it, you'd see the exact same thing. There's really nothing there. Maybe there's some haze and some moon. That's pretty much it. 2 of Cups and the 5 of Swords. His advantage comes from his alliances. So he gets his money from his parents. Well, from his pappy. His mother got her money from this food too. So, I mean, everybody's sort of eating off his plate. And there's the sun. So, I mean, that's what he does. He doesn't have, and mind you, I got no pentacles because he doesn't really have money. He has status. He's a Trump. And so that's it. I mean, he's the thief. I mean, that's probably what he does for the company is make sure that they come out on top. So he doesn't really do anything. Let's look at Urix. Urix Trump. Urix Trump. Urix. Urix runs Trump org too. Right into the ground. You might as well play Goofy and Donald while you hit it too. Oh, businessman. That is the most generic title I've ever heard. Oh, Lord have mercy. So 1, 2. Urix Trumps. Urix. The Empress. You get your money from your mama too? I don't know. and the Princess of Swords. I can't. Oh, Lord. Eric's. Now I can't get over that. Call him gums. He do smile. They come way up here. Lord Jesus. Okay, so there's your mama, and then there's the Princess of Swords. Stop it. So the Princess of Swords gets his money from his. You get your money from your parents because the Empress is about pregnancy and you weren't born by immaculate conception. So you get your money from your parents because just like your brother, Butthead, or is that Beavis? Beavis is the one with the dark hair, isn't it? So Beavis and Butthead get their money from their parents. Now you do have some money here where you can be self-sufficient. Where did you get it from? Because the Nine of Pentacles is self-sufficiency. It's security. So where did the princess get where did the princess get his money from? There's the King of Wands next to you. Are you investing? Did you embezzle a little bit and take a little Trump money off the top? What's happening? Eric's got his money from somewhere. He's not broke. I mean, he could go broke. But because, mind you, you got the Five of Cups next to that. So it's not like you don't owe nobody. So where did Eric's get his money from? I don't know. But you are beholden to them. So it's not really your money. It is money you live off of. I'll say it that way. But you are self-sufficient from the Trump dynasty. So you do have money from outside of somewhere. Which would be interesting to find out where. Yeah, it could have been Deutsche Bank. But you got some money coming from somewhere. Okay, so what would Donald Trump do if he was not Donald Trump? If he was not famous? I'll be nice and just say it that way. If he was not famous, if he was not a real estate tycoon, if he was not a reality show host, what is it that he would be doing? Mind you, he thinks he's good at sports. When you hear him talk about baseball and his skills in baseball, he sounds human. Because he's like, oh, I loved baseball. I always wanted to go into baseball, and I had a hell of an arm on me, and this and this. And like his whole demeanor changes when he talks about the life he could have had. So let's see. What would he be doing if he was not doing this? Yeah, I'm sure you're right, Becca. Because mind you, he is still the same person. He just wouldn't be famous. He thought again, like he wanted to play baseball. He thought he would be a famous baseball player. Well, anyway, I'm going through all that. So there's the Hermit and the King of Cups. 3 of Cups, 4 of Swords, 6 of Swords. Mind you, this is alternate reality reading, so take it with a grain of salt. 6 of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords. This would be a person who finds money and then hoards it. So he would be a Mitt Romney, like a Bain Capital type person. Because here you have someone who, for me, the Queen of Pentacles or Queen of Cups, I use for support. So nurses. King of Pentacles, I use for commanding support. So doctors. So there is, it has nothing to do with the sexes. It's just the hierarchy. So it could be this King of Cups can be a female doctor. But anyhow, the King of Cups is the person you go to for your support because they command the support. The King of Cups is the person who solves your problem. The Queen of Cups is the one who pats you on the back, the shoulder to cry on. So this person here is the person you'd go to for support. So you would go to them and say, hey, I need money. He would investigate what it is that you are doing and what it is that you have as far as assets go and blah, blah, blah. And then he would decide whether or not you have anything or whether you have nothing. So here with the 4 of Swords and 3 of Cups, you can celebrate or you can retreat. And then you have 6 of Swords and 6 of Wands transition. Oh, wow. 6 and 6. You have the 6 of Swords, 6 of Wands, and the 6 of Pentacles. So you have the 6 of Swords, which is transition, 6 of Wands, which is the elevation, promotion, and then you have the 6 of Pentacles, which is pushing out money. This is giving money to people, granting money to people, but taking advantage of them at the same time with the 5 of Swords. So yes, he would be a bit of a Bain Capital type person. Swoop in and steal your business and all that kind of thing. He would be a hedge fund manager or something of that nature. Probably not a good one. I mean, he's not the brightest bulb in the crayon box, but I am saying that he would be something like that. So Donald Jr., if you were not Trump's son, what kind of life would you be living right now? Alternate reality, Donald Jr. If you were not Trump's son, what kind of life would you be living right now? He would work for Way Out Burgers. So we have nothing burgers on the menu. All right, 6, 8, 9, and 10. Ace of Pentacles is where we start. The 3 of Cups, the 9 of Wands, the 8 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, the 4 of Wands, Ace of Wands, 2 of Cups, 2 of Wands, 6 of Wands. Clarify 4 of Cups. Okay, so he would be in pool service. He would sell pools. And he would be in pools or something of that nature. I got the Ace of Pentacles. It's something physical. It's not money. It is something physical because I have no other money cards but this one, which means it's something physical. And then there's the 3 of Cups. It has something to do with celebration. So you would be doing something you would sell something to someone that has something to do with celebratory things. I don't know if you would sell piñatas. I don't know if you would sell cars. or whatnot, because cars is more of a necessity for some people, but this is like celebratory something. So something you would use to enjoy, something you would use to have fun in. The 9 of Wands, it is hard work to do it though. So it's not selling something that is easy to make. So he wouldn't be selling chocolate chip cookies. He would be selling something like pools or something like that you would be using to have fun in. And it's also really hard to build it, but it has to be contracted as well. With the 8 of Swords is something that I have for contracted. So it has something to do with physical labor, contracted labor, something of that nature. It does need blueprints. With the 7 of Swords, these are your plans and your strategies. It does have something to do with the house. So this is like drug dealer. It has something to do with the house and blueprints, but something you have fun in. So you can have fun in a house, but a house is more of a house. So this is why I went to pools or something, jacuzzis or patios where you built like a whole barbecue and all that type of thing. And it is something you do with a customer base. So it's not something you do for companies. It's something you do with the customer base. So what he would be doing if he was not Trump's son, not that if he was Trump's son, what else would he be doing? If he was not Trump's son, he would be building pools somewhere. He would be a pool guy. There's a Falwell joke in there. I'm not going. Oh, so we got to look at Ivanka. Oh, I didn't look where your money come from. Ivanka, what would you be doing? Let me use my African Americans cards for you. Ivanka, what would you be doing if you were not Trump's daughter? What would you be doing if you were not Party City? Ivanka. Oh, with Falwell standing in the back with his zipper down. Ivanka, you have the 8 of Cups and the King of Cups. The Daughter of Cups, or the Page of Cups, as it were, and the Lover's card, the Moon, the 5 of Pentacles. So you would be... what would you be doing if you weren't Trump's daughter? You would be chasing fame and fortune. That's what you would be doing. Trying to find that new horizon with the 8 of Cups. You have the King of Cups, trying to find someone to support you. The Lovers and the Page of Cups. Older men, possibly, to support you. You would be Anna Nicole Smith type, because you have the Moon, which means uncertainty. Then you would have the 5 of Pentacles, which is your poverty. And you would have the Page of Swords, which is your bad news. So you would constantly run into you being with somebody, they break up. You be with somebody, they break up. And this is not relationships. These are marriages. So, I mean, you know, you can get married as many times as you want to. Nobody cares. But you need to stop trying to search for people to take care of you is the thing. So she would be going from person to person to person, trying to find somebody to take care of her. Because, you know, that's what you do when you can't do nothing else. Gold digger indeed. Except she's got 10 in copper because you keep doing it over and over. Lord have mercy. A waitress at the Golden Corral. Not Denny's, but the Golden Corral. Well, a lot of college girls, and college guys too, meet their sugar daddies and sugar mamas while they're at work. And they usually have very ordinary, plain jobs. And it just so happens they seem to be too pretty to work in these type of places. And so they get somebody to give them a check now and then. So I'm gonna be y'all behave in the chat room on this one. What would Jared Kushner be doing if he wasn't his father's son, whatever the hell his name is? Jared, alternative lifestyle. What is it that you would be doing? I don't think so, Heidi. I think that he would have a lot of reviewing to do. I don't think if he dies, he's going to be attached to this earth. I don't think he'll be bound. I think he'll transition because he's got a lot of other stuff he needs to account for. Besides, I think there are ghosts in the White House, and he would not fit in. Jared Kushner, there's the Ace of Swords, the Butcher, the Baker, the Candlestick Maker, the Nine of Swords, something to do with knives. The Nine of Cups, put it up here, all right, fine. The Wheel of Fortune, put it over there, fine. The Devil. This is ooh, interesting. I'm missing a card. Okay. So it's open-ended for him because there is no outcome card. I'll pull one anyway. Five of Pentacles. Yeah. So Nine of Swords and the Ace of Swords. He would work in a place where he did not know from day to day what was going to happen. This might be a bit of a it would be something criminal. And I don't think it would be his idea to get in it. I think it would be like he would be in a position where he doesn't feel like he could have said no. So peer pressured. This is why it's open-ended, because you can always say no and you can always try to get out later. But the Ace of Swords, his clarity is clouded by worry and stress. Nine of Cups, but Becca, here we go. Nine of Cups is my card for greed and sometimes substance abuse. And then it is coupled with the Devil. So he is a person that is on the streets, and here with all these swords cards kind of makes me think that he might be a pusher of some sort of intravenous activity. Yeah. I think he would be pressured into something. He would be a person, he might be like one of those 16-year-olds who were thrown out because, your parents are psychos or whatever it is. And they threw you out in the street, and then next thing you know, you're in something you don't know how to get out of. So he would, if he were not privileged, he would be very disadvantage. He would have a great disadvantage in life. Lord. Mm-mm-mm. Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan. Are you going to win? Seven of Swords flew out. That's sneaky and underhanded. Yes, thank you. GYM Jordan. Ten of Swords. The strategy and the plan is at a loss here. The Four of Cups. The Magician. Submitting to your fate to some trickery. Eight of Cups. Seven of Wands. The Hierophant. Is he going to win? He's going to have a very hard time. There is a possibility he could still lose. A possibility. Seven of Swords, or in the Ten of Swords, there's a loss to the strategy. The Magician and the Four of Cups means that there is a submitting to the fate. This Four of Cups keeps coming up for these incumbents because there's a very difficult way to try to get them out. So it's kind of like you can't really change it. You can't really get around it. You sort of have to submit to what it is. So this is why I think that he's still going to make it. The Eight of Cups, Seven of Wands, there's an abandonment of an attack with the Seven of Wands defending, and the Hierophant from the person that's in government. It ends in the Ten of Wands. It's still a lot of work, clarified by the collaboration. So, and then here with the Devil as well. So no, I think he's still going to get it. Hopefully not. I would love to see him out of there, but I think he's still going to get it. I did, J-Cat lady. Who has a tape on everyone? You sticking to that story, ally? Or Ali, ally. Ali, are you sticking to that story? Well, if it's Jared, then no. There is some communication here, though. There is some communication here. The Eight of Wands and the Four of Pentacles that he does have, but it is on someone that's already gone. No, they are being crystal blue because I heard a couple of them. My sister listens to one of them too. The theory behind Black people telling other Black people not to vote is because this is not our country. We were brought over here. That's the number one thing they say. Number two is this government doesn't work for us, so why should we be a part of it? Number three is if you don't vote, they're going to have somebody in there anyway, because again, this is not your government. And so they're saying don't get involved because none of this is for you. Even though all of this affects you. So yeah, I seen one of them things. They just have a very weird, I don't know. Like I can't anymore. But it makes me want to pull the last little taste of hair I have out. I can't. Oh, because that's where the money and power is. And so you have to attract weird people who want money and power. Well, see, I think if people would stop parroting that message, then you wouldn't have anybody that felt that way. And then you get people who come out and say the court system isn't fair and this and this. A lot of these juries, do you know where they get the people? Some of the people, not everybody. We get some of the people off the jury come from the voter registration rolls. So if you go and you register to vote, then you may get called to be on some of these juries, and maybe you can right some wrongs in the world. But anyway, that's a whole different thing. That particular subject beats me down. Like I can't even. Because way too many people in my family say the same thing. I'm not voting because it doesn't matter. Okay, fine. Then it doesn't matter. I can't. I got called for jury duty once when I lived in California, but it was in San Francisco, and I do not have a car. And I lived in Richmond, California. It was like 30 miles away. So I'm like, yeah, that's not going to happen. Unless the judge going to pick me up every morning on his way to work. You're right, Jennifer. Yeah, KT. But I got people in my family that parrot that same message that they get from these woke people. Again, I can't with that. It's just woke is just another word for I know a few conspiracies that have to do something with race, and I'm about to repeat it. That's all that means. Because the white man is the this and the white man is the that. Okay, fine. That's fantastic. Great for you and the white man. They're probably the most evil creature on earth. Okay, fine. But I know a lot of black people. I know a lot of white people. First person to victimize me was a black person. The second person was a white person. So I should not like either one of y'all. But, life happens and you move on. Everybody is not the same. Yeah. You can still vote down ballot, or you can always go and vote and write in somebody's name. Not voting is just not the same as not voting. You're not voting because of why. If there is a person that if there's two choices and you don't like either one of them, vote for somebody else. At least you went and exercised your rights. My grandmother on my mother's side, no, my father's side is Seminole. So that's where my, I don't know. I don't know about realities and parallel realities and dimensions. Here's my thing. I don't know what I don't know. And I'm comfortable with not knowing it, but there is still wonderment there. Like I can look up in the night sky and wonder. I look up in the day sky and wonder too, because space is still there. You just can't see it because the atmosphere is glowing. But I think voting should be easy. We're Americans. We tend to be on the I want things convenient side. And so we need things to be easier than they are. We need things to be a little more, because you wouldn't be so jaded about it if it was just one of them things, hell, you'd vote on American Idol. Why can't you just do this? If you could just punch in some numbers somewhere and be done with it, then everybody would do it. But if you have to take time off of work, you have to go stand in a line. Like I said, they'll go stand in a line for sneakers and concert tickets. But anywho, if it was something easy, they'd go do it. If it was easier, I think they'd all go do it. If they didn't have to get up and go nowhere, if they didn't have to go stand in line, if they didn't have to find a voting place or blah, 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 blah. If they had something easy, then they would do it. At least in a greater number that does it right now. You'll always still have a person that just, no, I'm not doing it. But, and mind you, this I'm not voting thing, the people I used to work with, it was 3 of them. They didn't vote either, and all of them was white. So, and they had the same thing. It doesn't matter. Somebody's going to win, and then we're going to keep it moving. So, it's okay. Because, you know, I still got to pay my rent no matter who's in charge. That you do. It's just that I'm saying that Donald Trump kind of made it a little harder for people to pay their rent, don't you think? But anywho, it is like a vote for 45 if you write a person's name. But my only thing for saying that is don't say that I'm not voting because it doesn't matter. If you are just that angry that you only have 2 choices, then go and vote for another person, like in any kind of election, in your local elections, in your federal election, whatever it is. You're just that angry that you have to choose between Biden and Trump. Okay, go and write Shaka Zulu. I don't care who you go and write, but go and exercise this right that people literally died for. So now, right now, don't go do that. But go do that. Go and do that. Go and vote down ballot. Don't vote for the person at the top. Just vote for the people down ballot, because they're going to affect you a lot more than that president sometime is anyway. YouTube's at it again. Well, this is definitely not that kind of live stream. Oh, if you don't vote there, you get fined. See? We need to make it, like I said, a lot more easier. We need to make it a lot more accessible. Because, for instance, in the 2016 election, I had to work from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The thing opens at 7 a.m. or something like that to 7 p.m. And so you basically have to either take off of work, which I had to do, or see if you can get through the line fast enough. But no, they don't let you off of work to go vote, so you have to sacrifice. Yes, make it fair, make it. And mind you, also, there was a polling place. You got your little card, right? There's a polling place across the street from my house, but that is not the one that was listed there. And the one that's listed there is the one they said I had to go to. I'm like, okay. I know where it is. Well, at least Google know where it is. Across the street. Now, how is that not in my district? I don't know. I don't know how that works. All I know is I work by the hour, and so I had to miss a whole 12 hours to come do this here just for it to turn out like it did. Ain't that nice? It should be. I mean, I don't hold the illusion that just because it's a holiday, everybody gets off of work. Retail people don't get holidays. And so that's what I always worked. The store still needs to be open. Somebody's still going to need to go in. People are still going to be at the hospitals taking care of people. People are still going to be at some other kind of centers. And like somebody is going to always have to be at work somewhere. So all these Labor Days and these 3-day weekends, everybody don't get that. And so What they need to do is, if you're going to make it easier, maybe you need to make it a weekend thing to where I can go when I have the time instead of not when you say I have to be there. Do it a 24-hour thing. You can have 24-hour Walmarts. You can't have 24-hour voting stations. And that way I can go when I want to, or go when the line goes down, or something of that nature. But anywho, thank you, Catherine. Oh, good Lord. My old neighborhood's underwater right now over in Florida. So here you can't register online unless you have a Pennsylvania ID, which I do not have. So I have to do it by mail, which I did do. So at least it's done. As soon as we get here, the census was here. Person came to the door and they sent the thing the next week saying, well, if a census has already visited you, disregard that. I'm like, yeah, I just wasted some paper. That's all you did. But they need a 24-hour voting station. At the very least, if you're not going to do it to where I can just do it online or from my house or from my phone or from my smartwatch, whatever it is, then make it accessible, make it easy. This is the most convoluted, ridiculous system in the world, literally. Like, we're Americans. We like easy things. We don't like difficult things. Unless it's concert tickets and sneakers, then yes. We'll stand in line for the iPhone 14, but the 45th president, no, we didn't want to go. Okay. Yeah. There's always going to be somebody, though, no matter how easy it is, they're still not going to do it. Yeah, that voter ID is garbage too. I want people automatically registered when you hit 18. When you hit 18, the Army know how to call your ass. Therefore, you should be registered to vote when you hit 18. Because the Army sure enough called me at school when I hit 18. So when everybody is there in high school, you should be they should be passing out forms. All y'all who 18, fill out this form, boom, send it to the voter registration. Anyway, can't nothing be that easy. Automatic registration, you have that, Georgie? Why can't we just be automatically registered? I don't want to go somewhere and do it. If I'm 18, bring it to me and get me involved in my country. I don't want to go, because if for somebody like me who had zero reason to go to the DMV, what am I going to the DMV for? I don't need an ID. I don't need a driver's license. I was 18. Now, mind you, when I started working, then of course you needed an ID, but I got that from the tag agency. I didn't go to the DMV. It should have been automatic. Like I said, the Army, the U.S. Army, called me at school to see if I was interested in joining the Army. So if you can find me when I'm 18, then so can they to register me to vote. If you can find me, then they can find me. Put me on the same role that you got, and then just boom, be done with it. We have this convoluted system that's just gets ridiculous, more ridiculous as the years go on. Like, what is the point? Speaking of TGIF, you know, I ordered something from Fridays, right? And food section. I ordered something from Fridays. It was like a week ago. I called myself trying these little local spots, you know, because they're local. These other things are chains. So you tell the army you had bone spares and not food, which well, at least you got to tell them something. The army told me I was too fat and hung up on me. So, I mean, they say, how tall are you and how much do you weigh? Well, that's not really height weight proportion for the army, and so you have a nice day. Heifer, you called me. You called me to tell me I'm fat. Okay, thank you, bitch. Oh, I found that hilarious, though. It was funny. But anyway, so I've been trying all these little local spots, right? Because, you know, local spots, mom and pop, blah, blah, blah. And so I've been running into all these walls of this just doesn't taste very good or this is okay. And so I said, okay, this time I'm going to go with a place I know that sells ribs that aren't ridiculously gross. Because we had some when I first got here and they were not ribs. They were just pure salt. And so I try to get some from there, and I get a little bit of everything because I always cut everything in half, and then half for me, half for my brother, right? And they just, I know. Fridays failed me this time. The strawberry lemonade is good. Who are you? You came in my room. Who are you? And so the strawberry lemonade was good, but everything else like sucked bad. They told me that, so Colleen, they told me that. Oh Lord. And so I'm trying a local spot next week. I just don't know what to get, but I'm sick of, here's the problem. I'm sick of buying food and then it's nasty because it's always like $50-$60 because, you know, I got to buy a little bit of everything. That way I know what you got. And so I'm fine with that. I told you, whoever you want to block, block them. If it just happens to be a mistake, I know how to unblock, but block whoever you want to. I don't care. You came in my house. You speak to me first. I don't speak to you. I am having some bad luck in the food department. I even went to the place everybody told me to go to when you get to Pittsburgh. Oh, it's this, the Priamantes brothers. Oh, they're so fantastic. It's so great. It's so wonderful. It's so everything. So I went. Well, I got the DoorDash to bring it to me. And I got everything that I could get. That way we could try a little bit of everything. I got a hamburger. I got a chicken sandwich, a fish sandwich, and then a regular Priamantes brother sandwich, right? And so the sandwich was called a capone, I believe. And oh no, Marie, no. If you had to be here on our past conversations. I know. I'm not cooking nothing. I don't care what what instructions you give me, I'm gonna mess it up. So anywho, so I got the sandwiches, and the one is called a capone. It's got like pastrami and ham and turkey and then hot sausage. And so that one was okay. I can do without coleslaw and French fries on everything. They put it on everything. Yes, as in Al. And I'm like, why does everything, salads, have to have French fries in it? Like, what in the, what kind of place am I living in here? You got to put French fries on your salad? Like, bruh. So, I mean, and then again, French fries is just potatoes, but still, French fries. Anyway, so we got, oh, I love an orange dream sickle. That is phenomenal, Georgie. That's what it is. It's basically orange popsicle and cream, but it's got alcohol in it. But it's got like well, it's a creamy center. I don't really know what else to call that, but it's a creamy center. But I'm tired of horrible food. French fries, yes, French fries and the salad. Everything here has French fries or coleslaw in it. French fries and coleslaw on everything. The hamburger, I took it off, but the hamburger comes with coleslaw on it. The fish sandwich comes with coleslaw on it. The chicken sandwich comes with coleslaw on it, and the French fries. I'm like, everybody here gonna have diabeticalness. Everybody, because all these starches. This is why everybody fat in America. Like, what are we doing? Why you gotta have French fries, coleslaw, breaded chicken, bread, mayonnaise? Like, I ain't no health food eater, but Jesus, I'm thinking this is a little too much right now. Why you got to have all this here on this one sandwich? Take the French fries and put them on the side. Now, mind you, I ain't. Let me hear. Let's wait a minute. Let's get down with the real boogie here. Wait a minute. I have put many a times chips on my sandwiches, but never French. Well, I have put French fries too. Yes, I have. I don't know. It just, if I do it, then fine. If you do it, then no. It just looks weird. I don't know. They is doing the most downhill. I put some Doritos and some Lay's and that type of thing in there all the time. That works for me. But what in the world? Why you gotta put French fries and coleslaw on everything? Like candy on your oatmeal. Exactly. But okay. See, Colleen, you got sticky white rice and macaroni salad with everything. Maybe it's kind of like Texas. Everything's got ketchup or barbecue sauce on it, so it's a regional thing, I guess. Oklahoma, everything in the world's got bacon on it. They got chocolate bacon, bacon ice cream. Yes, they have bacon ice cream. They got bacon sandwiches. Bacon on everything. Everything in the world has bacon on it because, that's whole country. And then you go to Texas, everything's got ketchup and barbecue sauce on it. Then you go to Florida and everything's got shrimps and grits on the side. And no, that's Mississippi. And then you go to Florida. I don't know what goes on in Florida because I actually, I think I've been out to eat maybe twice all the time I was in Florida. Twice. For all them years. 2 times. Nacho cheese on your salmon croquette? I bet that was nasty. That don't sound like that go together. Mm-mm. Oh, you got some rain? Where are you? Yes, there's bacon ice cream. Yeah, I used to make a fried bologna sandwich back in the day and put chips on it. I sure did. That was good and country, and I loved it. Oh Lord. I don't know. It just I'm not a outside person, Georgia Moon, so I don't really go anywhere. Yes, avocado in California. Everything has got either avocado on the side or is mixed in it. I don't know. I was just never a person who went out to eat a lot. And we have plenty of places to go. Mind you, when I did go out to eat, it was because my sister had visited us from Oklahoma. And so when she visited us, we took her and we went out to eat. And mind you, at the time she had came in, I just had dental surgery. If y'all go back on my channel, when I never showed my face, that was the time, around the time I was having surgery. And so here she is. She comes into town. We go out to eat, and I can't eat nothing because I got stitches up here. So that was fun. But it was fun, actually, because you don't really need to eat. You just kind of need the company. You know what I mean? So you can still have fun. You know, when I was in Arizona, I used to live in Phoenix. I don't think I ever had. I had authentic Mexican one time, and it was phenomenal. And then the rest of the time, it was chains, you know, McDonald's and Burger King and all this crap. But yes, they do have some phenomenal burritos for sure. I had burrito, taco. I still remember it. How do I remember food? But I can't remember my own readings. Burrito, taco, and enchilada, and refried beans were everywhere. I mean, they give you this big giant plate, and then like this part of the plate is like your burritos and stuff, and then this part of the plate is like all refried beans. I'm like, y'all better have beans up in here. Lord. It does seem like a long time ago. I guess it kind of was. Or maybe it just seems that way because I put out 100 videos a week or something. Freezing in Michigan. I'm ready for it here. I am ready for it here. I am so sick of heat. Florida is now flooded. My old neighborhood is, and not underwater, but it's flooded bad. The big one. See, that's one of my nieces. She likes to pick out something that's just fun to say or fun to order, and that's what she gonna get, whether she knows what the heck it is or not. Marie, I'm moving in with you. That's my favorite thing in the world, just about. Red beans and rice, cornbread. Outside of a hamburger, that's my favorite thing to eat. I was actually just looking at a recipe. That is cornbread. You make it, I guess, in a pie dish or whatever. But it's cornbread, and it's got the little circle in the middle. So I guess you can use like a bundt cake thing or some sort of dish that has a ring in there. So you make your cornbread, and then you put chili in the middle. So it's like a cornbread chili bowl type. Like, I don't like cooking. Mexican pink beans. I've never heard of that. But I don't like cooking, but I like cooking little small stuff like that. Like, I know how to make cornbread and I know how to make chili. And so that sounds like something that I need in my life right now is the cornbread bowl with chili in it. If I had a crock pot, I'd send it to you because I have no use for such things. I don't know. Even when you make it easy, y'all heard my trials and tribulations with the air fryer. You give me an appliance that does the cooking for you, and I still can't make it. Oh, pecan pie is Jesus. I love some pecan pie. But I want that cornbread with that chili in it. That's got to be in my life. I need that. There's nothing in this house but a bunch of smoked sausage and all that kind of stuff that nobody wants. We ate Wendy's today. It was all right. But you know, it's how one of those things to where it's close enough by that you get it because you don't want nothing else. This tea is kind of nasty too. It's growing on me. It's a vanilla sleepy time is what it's called. The vanilla is a bit strong. I have to use one bag next time. I can, well, listen, with the microwave, I can, no. See, here's the thing. I don't care what you tell me to do. You can give me all the directions in the world. If it's not something to bake, I can't make it. I can bake things. I cannot cook things on top of the stove outside of breakfast. Breakfast, I can do pancakes, sausage, bacon, eggs, that kind of crap. Okay, fine. Even though I put the bacon in the oven, I don't ever cook bacon on top of the stove because it sits in the grease. But you give me some instructions and I will find a way to mess it up. I just will. Oh, I want some, Linda. I really do. Homemade hamburger vegetable soup. No. I've never made a soup from scratch, like with the broth and the this and the that. I've never made a soup from scratch. The air fryer works for people who know how to cook. I don't know how to do that. Like my brother made chicken in the air fryer and it came out like you was to get it from somebody who was going to charge you for it. I made it and you would have charged me for it. It's like, how much you going to give me if I eat this? That's what, yeah, that was me. Mm-mm. I just can't do those type of things. You push the button and it's supposed to cook it for you, and I swear I will still mess it up somehow, some way. It just does not work for me that way. That does sound good, C Sims. I can actually do that because I have all that. That's what I did, Georgie Moon. I'm telling you. I swear up and down, sideways and across. I stood there and watched that child make chicken. And I did everything he did. I put it in the air fryer and it came out like a monstrosity. It was the worst. It just doesn't work for me. I'm telling you, it just doesn't work for me. Fries and tater tots. That's the only thing I can do in an air fryer, and that's because all you got to do is toss it in oil and put it in there. See, but Jay, I think we are the type of people that keep the economy going because we're supposed to go out and eat. That's what we're doing our part. We're not supposed to cook. We're not supposed to cook. We're supposed to go and purchase the food and the artistic endeavorments of other people. That's what we're supposed to do. Oh, you have a restaurant? What are you serving? I would like to purchase some of your items. That's who we are. I'm not supposed to cook. It's not necessary. Yes, I am. I can cook things in the oven, like I say. I can do pancakes. I can't do sausage though. Not on top of the stove. Everything, all of the meats that I cook have to be in the oven because I don't like things in a pan where grease is popping and all. I can't stand that. That drives me insane. Yes, you're helping the economy. You really are. That's the real economy, not the stock market. You're helping the economy when you go out to eat. And we're doing our part. And so I have to do all that in the oven. I can do pancakes. My pancakes are famous in my family. I'm the one who makes those. And then eggs, I don't really care for eggs all that. I'm not an egg person, but I can do that. And that's about it. Don't ask me to make a hamburger, even though it's my favorite thing in the world to eat. Don't ask me to make one because it's going to be like a hockey puck. And that's not an exaggeration. If you look at it, that's what it will look like. It will just be this little small black thing, just like this. It will look just like this as a hockey puck. That's what it will look like. And I tell you, I will stand next to you while you cook it and still mess it up. What's dirty mashed potatoes? What's in it? Because I love me some mashed potatoes and I would eat that. See, okay, I'm going to get a crock pot one of these days, and we're going to do a live stream of me standing there at that crock pot, and I'm going to leave that live stream running for 12 hours or however long it takes to cook it. And the moment I take the lid off, I guarantee you Freddy Krueger and Jason going to jump out of it because I'm going to still mess it up. Y'all stand there and watch it in real time. We're going to have to do a cooking show one day. One of these days, we're going to have to do a cooking show. I used to have a bunch of appliances. They're all gone now. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like mashed potatoes with the skin in, especially if you get a red one. And see, I can cook the crap out of a grilled cheese sandwich and a pancake. I believe so. A slow cooker is the same as a crock pot. Then again, I don't know. Well, you wasn't asking me. So I was saying, don't ask me. You was not asking me because obviously I don't know. Thank you, Colleen. I tell you, we're going to have to do a cooking show one time. And see me mess up some stuff. So Jay asks, is a slow cooker and crock pot the same type? Okay, or it's the same thing. Now, is a pressure cooker the same thing as those? Because I was thinking of getting one of those because it seems easy. And I like soupy, stewy stuff. And so I'm like, you can just pile a bunch of stuff in there. You put your broth, your vegetables, and if you want some meat, put the meat in there. Because I want a vegetable soup, but I want like a homemade one. And so I was like, you can put all that crap in there, put the thing down, and it cooks in like 10 minutes because it's pressurized. But I haven't done it yet, so we'll see. But crock pots and slow cookers, they take a long time, don't they? Or I shouldn't say a long time. Don't they take longer than usual? Yeah, that's what I want is a pressure cooker. Pressure cookers are supposed to be faster. I don't know if it's necessarily better because, you know, I don't want the hot on the outside, cold on the inside thing, but okay, Crock-Pot is a brand name. I got you. They ruin the vegetables. It may be too dangerous, right? Oh God, yeah, but I don't need that now. I ain't trying to be on the news. See, I don't want to see. Okay, What I like about baking is that I can walk away from it and go do other things, but I don't want to wait on nothing for 4 hours. Yeah, I don't want a pressure cooker. We decided on it now. We do not want a pressure cooker. See, I just don't want to wait forever. Um, I mean, and it's a patience thing, I think, because I don't have patience for things. I have patience for people, but I can't do things because it's not really bad. Because if you think about it, if you're going to go about your day anyway, then you can just have that cooking and then just go about your day and then boom, that's done. But I don't know. See, that's kind of what I was thinking is just put it on, and then by the time you wake up, boom, it's done. Like, thank you, Susanna. But I don't know. I just don't really feel like that would be something I want to do. No to the air fryer anymore. Well, the air fryer was not bad. It just, I think it takes a little more practice and getting used to. Because mind you, I only used it 3 times. So while yes, it was a horrible experience, I only used it 3 times. My brother cooks, but we don't want to cook every day. I mean, we don't cook every day. We just have our things that we like that we have to cook because we don't get them the same anywhere else. But I'm actually starving now. But it is 6 a.m. No, my brother cooks phenomenally, but it's in his genes though. Like my mother was the wizard when it came to cuisine. The saying in my family, as I always say, is that she could take flour and water and make roast beef. So she was the wizard in the family. She could cook anything, does not matter what it is. My brother got that gene. My sister did not, but she learned. She learned how to cook throughout the years, and so she can cook too. Me, I was a call me when it's ready person. So I never paid attention to anything except breakfast. And so when she would cook breakfast, I would watch. When she would cook everything else, I would be off in the house somewhere. Yes, Styling, we are talking about food. And I am starving. All I got is Cheetos. Like, what kind of life is that? I try. Got to put a little entertainment in our life. This is what I got. I need food, not snacks. The store opens in 16 minutes, though. I'd take you, but it's dark. But somebody did say you can do the smoked sausages and like saute it with the potato and onion and all that. I don't have any potato. That's the French fry. I'll be Pittsburghian and put, and put some French fries in it. Oh Lord, I could do that. That's a mess. We have a cast iron. Cast iron is irreplaceable. I am not going to the store. I've been to the store 3 times this week. I'm not going again. Thank you, Mimi. I will. Yeah, no, I'm not. See, I tried the air fryer. It's just that's just no. Like it just doesn't work for me. Oh no, it's flooded in Florida. It's not flooded here. I was talking about the old house. It's flooded there. No, I ain't going to the store anymore. I'll probably go to the store next week. What's today? Friday, so it pretty much is next week. So yeah. See, and here's the thing about going to the store. Me and my brother sort of eats by the day. Like we'll buy a few things for a couple days and then we'll buy a few more, and then we don't really grocery shop. Like it's not really because it's just us. So it's not really, and we weren't really people who bought a lot of stuff because we didn't have to cook a lot of stuff. My mother, of course, she fed the whole neighborhood, so she would be the person in the store with 2 carts type of thing. But no, I go to the store with this. This is my reusable bag. What fits in there is what I buy, and then I go home. I don't grocery shop. I take that little thing and call it a day. Yeah, I'm gonna do that because I have a yellow onion. I don't like white onions, so I got a yellow onion, and I'm gonna do that. I ain't had grits since I was a kid. Do I ever get bored with the cooking? No, because I don't really cook all this. I get bored with the stuff I have. Like all we got right now is smoked sausages, and I don't really care for that. But I think I like the idea of cutting it up with some onion and like doing that. But whatever don't fit in that bag, I ain't buying it. And mind you, it can't be too heavy because I got to walk up the darn hill with it too. I can switch back image. I don't know. That sounds what. See, there's a lady she lives in Scotland. I watch her on. I don't know why I find this fascinating. No, I haven't had grits since I was a kid. All I remember is it tastes like warm sand. But, and mind you, we got some grits. Or we had some before I moved anyway. But yeah, no. But there's a lady I watch in Scotland. And I don't know why I'm fascinated by watching people unload their groceries. But I'm fascinated by that because they pick it out and they tell you what they bought and this and this. And she buys all this stuff. And of course, I've never heard of some of it because we live over here and she lives over there. But I'm just fascinated by her going to the grocery store and coming back and showing all the stuff she bought. And so she buys a few things at a time. She doesn't really grocery shop. See, I'm okay with but see, I'm not far from the store. So as long as the store doesn't shut down for snow, then Ivanka had the patent for coffins. Why? Do they have an investment in caskets? I've just never been that fond of grits. Yes, already. Switch back image. There's the money. There's agreements. Crossing that money. Hangman. Perspective change. King of Pentacles there. The Eight of Swords, something you're trapped in. Yes, there is your casket there. Yes, they do have some sort of investment. And see, I've worked retail my whole life, and I worked at a grocery store too, and I still didn't grocery shop there either because when I left the store, I bought a few things for a few days because I know I'm coming back because, you know, I got to clock in and it's not like I'm never coming back here. So as long as it doesn't shut down for the snow, then I just go down the street and there's the grocery store. But I ain't had, you know, I don't know if it's coffin. It's just something you're trapped in with the Eight of Swords. So it could be whatever else it is. See, and I never had sweet. It was plain because I was served it with, and I was never, this is probably why I didn't like it. I was never this person. My parents ate that way, especially my father. He everything salt, pepper, ketchup, or something like that. Because he brushed his tongue too, which I think always jacked up his taste buds, but that's not proven. I'm just saying. But he'd have his grits and with salt and pepper. And I like sugar, as you can see. I like sugar. So it's like I tasted them and they just taste like just warm sand. It's just, But I like they used to call it farina. That was the government name. Cream of wheat or malto meal. I like that. Hot cereal is what it technically is. That I love though. And it's pretty, and what's not the same as grits, but it kind of has that same consistency sometimes. Grits is a little more gritty than hot cereal, but it's not horrible. Oh Lord, so you double A, you definitely got to stack up. Now, when I lived in, oh my God, the rice with the butter and the sugar, don't even get me started. That's one of them childhood things. I'm gonna have to wax poetically about it. I love that, but that's being near a hotspot to where you never really quite should. You have to have your staples. Like there are certain things that have to be in your house, and I can understand that. Ivanka Trump trademarks. You know, I like oatmeal, but I never buy it. Oh yeah, I love some farina. That was the government name though. That's when you got your commodities from the government. All my cousins were full blown. What were they? Cherokee, I think it was. So they got these big boxes of government food all the time, and that's what would be in there is farina. You got something called beef, which was canned beef. You got one called chicken, which was canned chicken. You got the most off-brand cereal you ever seen in your life. It was the ones called rice and all that. Then you got the big giant block of cheese. And then you got, what was that stuff called? Karo syrup is what it is. But it was basically a white syrup. It was corn syrup, but it was a white syrup. And so they got all that stuff. And then big giant bags of beans and rice and this and I like that cheese. That cheese is all right. And yes, we got peanut butter too. Peanut farina and West cream of wheat. I like oatmeal. When I eat oatmeal, it is never really healthy anymore because I put brown sugar and butter in it. I had to do it the Dr. Oz way one time and then like put blueberries in it and that's it. But I just too much like eating paste with fruit in it. I don't think I could do that. I still eat that. Well, I don't eat the sugar on it, but I eat the bread and butter. Absolutely. Oh, that's what I need is some peanut butter. That's a staple in this house is peanut butter. You always have to have peanut butter. We got some, but it's the crunchy kind. I don't like the crunchy kind. How do they still give it out? Yeah, they should. They owe us, Yeah, that's goofy. That food boxes instead of food stamps. Because listen, first off, everybody don't like the same thing. I get the whole because I used to get people to say, Snizana, we all did. I know that some people hated that people. Oh, I love creamy peanut butter. I don't like the chunky because I don't want to chew all them bits and pieces. And I understand people who, because I worked in a grocery store, I worked in retail my whole life. People get up in arms when people with food stamp buy crab legs and, all the fancy food that they can't buy because they don't have food stamp. Okay, fine. I get it. But just because a person is on food stamps does not mean that they now have to eat like a pauper. Like, I get it. What you want them to eat peanut butter and jelly every single day? No. Like, they're still a person. You have to still treat them like people. They're still humans. They want to eat a crab leg. You could buy you a crab leg too. Why can't they buy them one? Like, anyway, so I used to hate that. That used to just drive me insane when people want to start ragging on people because they got food stamps, but you're buying expensive food. Okay, fine. They ain't got that many kids. That's so they can buy a crab leg. If you got 4 or 5 kids, then you need to buy the biggest bag of chicken nuggets or something like that. You can't be buying no crab. Okay, I get it. Like, stay out of people's business. I love peanut butter and apricot jam. I see we got both of those right now. We always get the apricots and the strawberry from Welch's, and every now and then a peach. But always peanut butter. Peanut butter is a staple in this house. Always. 2 hours and 29 minutes. Exactly. Food box. You gonna deliver to me a bunch of stuff. What if I don't eat half this stuff? What if I'm allergic to big blocks of cheese? What if I'm vegan? Like, get out of here. I've never had fig jam. No, I have never grilled a PB&J, but guess what I'm about to try? Because I had a fried one at a restaurant one time. Exactly. See, Sims. I mean, I don't know. It's always just been me. So I always just had to buy what I wanted to, paid my cash. But I've never tried to victimize somebody because anyway, I just always found that to be just one of them things I just never understood. But I need to to grill me a peanut butter and jelly next time. That sounds fantastic. And everything gets all nice and fantastic and crunchy and gooey, and just that just sounds wonderful. We had one. It was some restaurant. I think it was called Bones. It was pirate theme, and they had fried peanut butter and jelly, and it tastes like a jelly donut, pretty much. They got peanut butter in it, so it had that same. It reminded you of that type of thing, to where it feels like some sort of like crispy donut. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely do that, but I need to go get the creamy peanut butter. I don't like chunky peanut butter. And then the one we have is extra chunky at that. Like, no. Oh, Colleen, that's fancy. Fig jam, gorgonzola cheese, and prosciutto. I'm coming to your house. What's that? $38 a plate? Shoot. What I bought some cheese the other. That's what I'm gonna eat now instead of Cheetos. I'm gonna eat. Well, oh Lord, this okay. This is what I had. It was very pregnancy meal, but it was so fantastic. I got these pickles. They're like extremely hot, right? So I get the pickles. I got the whole jar because in man, so I get the whole thing. So they sitting up here. I got cheese, honey, and pickles, and that's what I ate for like the whole day. That was so fantastic. The peanut butter brand, it doesn't matter. I can eat Jif or Peter Pan, either one. I don't really go outside of those two though, so I guess I do have a favorite. But I like Jif or Peter Pan. Jif is my number one choice. It's just always freaking expensive because it's got a name on it. The pickles are not sweet, but they're really spicy. They're like ridiculous spicy though. Like once you eat it, you can feel the cayenne pepper in your stomach type of thing. And so I ate that, and I told you it was pregnancy meal. Cheese and honey. Cheese and honey is what I eat together, and then I just had a little pickle on the side. But the cheese and honey goes very well together. I've never had Skippy. Everything outside of Jif and Peter Pan has always been off-brand, and I didn't like it. No, I did have Skippy once, but it was a honey roasted something something. It was good too. Oh Lord, a 2-pack. What is it? $14? Yeah, we have Skippy peanut butter. Those are only 3 brands I can think of, though. Jif, Peter Pan, and Skippy. Smucker's has got one, but I've never had it. Syrup and peanut butter and jelly is actually my favorite. I like that over peanut butter and no, excuse syrup and peanut butter over peanut butter and jelly. I love syrup and peanut butter. My mother used to eat syrup and cheese, and that was good too. That's probably where I got the honey and cheese from. Yes, I eat honey on all my chicken anyway. Chicken nugget, chicken strips, breaded chicken, grilled chicken, all the chickens got to put honey on it. I don't put ketchup, I put honey. Vegemite and cheese, so that's going to be a no for me. Sorry. Try you some cheese and honey. It'll be good for your life, I guarantee you. I wish I could garden. I don't know how to do that. I would love to grow tomatoes. Tomatoes is another thing we seem to always have in this house. Syrup on the cornbread. She used to eat syrup on cornbread too. Or she'd make the cornbread and crumple it up and put some milk on it. That one I didn't like because there was just no. You know, I heard that Coke and condensed milk. I don't know what that's all about. That didn't sound like something. Syrup and bacon is fantastic too. Yes, I love honey on all my chicken, all of it. PB and maple syrup on. You know, okay, so um, one of my brother's friends puts peanut butter on his pancakes. I've never had it. It doesn't look horrible, but I've never had it. So I might have to try that one day. Like I have to make a little small one just in case I don't like it. I won't feel bad about throwing it all away. Um, I want to make some tomatoes. Yes, because I'm God. I make vegetables and fruits now. I've never had a fried green tomato. I had a fried pickle the other day from this little local spot, and no. I always thought it was going to be good because I watched the Food Network and it fooled me because some man was eating them and he was, he was a big boy and so he probably just liked food though. But he was like, man, these are so good and munch, and he was tearing them things up and I'm like, okay, with your fried pickles, come on through. So I'm gonna go try them and next thing you know, here I am I'm frying them because I tried to do what the Food Network say. You bread them and you dip them and you this and you that. You put them in the grease and then all the grease ran away. And so all I had then left was a pickle ring. Like all it went to hell. So I tried it in the air fryer and it was the same thing. And so I just bought them from people who know how to make them and I didn't like them. So did all that work and all that searching and all that running down fried pickles for no reason. I did not like them at all. See, I seen Vegemite and it just does not look like something I want to eat. Like, just no. We used to sell it when I worked at the grocery store in Texas. That does not sound good, though. Is Coke and I can't drink Coca-Cola anyway, but Coca-Cola and condensed milk. I haven't even gotten the whole Coca-Cola and peanuts. People put peanuts in their Coca-Cola. I don't understand that either. But I can't drink Coca-Cola, so I'll never know. Hoppy Johns, what is that? You tried chitlins, oh bless your heart. I say a prayer for you. Yeah, I lived in Texas. I lived in the Woodlands, Texas. I worked at HEB. Yeah, I worked in the it was like 30 miles from Houston, between Houston and Galveston. Little bitty spot. Monte Cristo is the best. See, but condensed milk has a oh, don't get me started on that damn hint water. I seen it again in the other store. It's $1.50 if for one bottle. I'm telling you, you can get it from the Dollar Tree or the Dollar Store or one of them Family Dollars, Dollar General, Dollar Everybody. You can get it for $1. Them foods at that Giant Eagle had it for $15 for 12. No, was it 12? It was 10 or 12. 15.99. You crazy? This got to be holy water. I better when I drink this water, I want hints of heaven. I don't want no hints of flavor. I want hints of heaven. I want to see heaven. I want to see Jesus walking down the street, Moses, Paul, Silas, everybody. $15 for some water? Is you crazy? Child, please. Mm-mm. Condensed milk is a cream, basically. Pet milk. It's a cream. It's like coffee creamer kind of cream. It's kind of a thick cream. So I guess there's no thin cream, but it's a thick cream. That water was ridiculous, though. I did take a picture of it, didn't I? I think I did. I don't know. But $15.99 for some mildly flavored water, you have got to be kidding me. I wish I would with somebody else's money. I'd kick my own behind if I bought some water for $16 and don't taste like nothing. And see, I would pay for Fiji water. I would pay for Evian. Hint that you can get at the dollar store. Hint water for $1 and you charging me $16. You crazy and two other people crazy because somebody got to be crazy with you for putting that sign on that water like that. I can't. Now, does anybody put peanuts in their Coca-Cola? What does it taste like? What's going on in this department right now? Linda, I'm there. If y'all gonna do the cooking, then I'll show up. I never liked Fiji. I like Smart Water. That's always been my favorite. I remember before I left Florida, I had to throw one away. I was very upset because I bought it from. Is that what? I mean, it just so it's salty pop. I can't. No, thank you. But what's the okay? I guess if that's what you like, then yeah, peanuts and soda pop. Yeah, it is a southern thing. There's this restaurant. I don't know if it's anywhere else. I think it was called Texas Roadhouse. I think that was the one. It might have been a different thing. But you go in and you sit at your table and they bring you how people bring you bread for you to sit there and fill up on. So they bring you peanuts. And you open the peanut shell and you throw the shell on the floor because that's custom. That's tradition. I'm like, no. We walk in there, it's peanut shells everywhere. I'm like, what the hell's going on in here? I ain't got no broom. Come sweep through here, child. Where's the child at? Come take this broom and get these peanut shells. No, this is apparently what they do. They take the peanut shell and they eat the peanut and they throw the peanut on the. What I look like that? I don't even know if I could do that, even if it is customary. You crack the thing, you eat the peanut, and you throw the shell on the floor. What in the world is going on in here? Somebody ain't got no mama. That's what this is. Because what is happening? If y'all don't pick this stuff up off this floor, oh, I like Smart Water. Smart Water is my favorite. Is that a Texas Roadhouse? I think that's what it is. I can't remember because we didn't stay. We just walked in. And I see these shells all over the floor. Like, what is this craziness? And that's how they do. That's customary. But I can understand if it's if you gave me some like little container that was like shaped in the shape of Texas or something, put your shells in there and whatever. But on the floor, I wish I would throw some stuff on the floor. I can't do it. I know it. That's the custom. I can't do it. It did that bothered my whole nervous system. I just can't. It might have been Carolyn. I can't. You know, I only eat candy corn in the fall. I love some candy corn is my favorite. I only eat it during this time of year. It's available all year, but this is the only time I think about it. I don't know if I'm programmed. It's kind of like you only want a pumpkin latte from the Starbucks during this time, even though that pumpkin stuff is sitting on the counter the whole time throughout the whole year. You can get your pumpkin everything every day, but no, during the fall, you want some pumpkin stuff. Okay. That was us. We went in and we went right back out. I didn't order nothing in there. I couldn't stay in there. Me and my brother and my sister walked in, and my sister, oh Lord. My brother looking like, what's all this on the floor? Because we'd never been in there before. And you walk in and there's peanut shells everywhere. And I'm thinking, but don't you at least, when that person done eating, go sweep them up or something? Or I don't know. I just know we had to go. Oh, I don't want nothing pumpkin either. That's the nastiest. I can't. I had some pumpkin seeds one time because this lady told me that they were basically nirvana. And so I'm trying to eat these things. They were horrible. I can't eat pumpkin pie. Black folks don't eat pumpkin pie. Well, some of us do. I won't say that, but most of us don't. I eat sweet potato pie. I can't eat pumpkin pie. I can't eat pumpkin lattes. I don't want pumpkin cookies, pumpkin cupcakes. In the grocery store right now, it's full of all that stuff. Everything got pumpkin or hazelnut and walnuts and all that kind of stuff in it. No. I don't want nothing pumpkin. I don't even like pumpkins. No. I'm pretty sure they got good food, but I couldn't get past them peanuts. That drove me crazy. I can't. Sweet potato pie is my favorite. Like, I'll eat apple pie, but I only eat the crust because I don't like cooked fruit. I don't like soggy fruit. Hi, Texicon. I ain't seen you in 14 years. Where you been? But I love a sweet potato pie. It is way better than pumpkin. I can't eat pumpkin pie. I'm sure, and I don't know if it was the Texas Roadhouse, but it was somewhere with that kind of name that had peanut shells on the floor. I can't. Oh, Lord, Rose. You had Sleepy Hollow running through your house. No. No, pumpkin Pop-Tarts. I like any kind of cobbler, but see, here's the thing. I don't like cooked fruit, so I'll eat the crust and the sauce, but no on the fruit. I don't like cooked fruit and soggy fruit. Pecan pie, yes, that is a Southern staple. You have to like pecan pie if you are from the South. Now, everybody don't because it's super sweet, but I love pecan pie. And see, pecan pie and sweet potato pie are two of those things that I can eat even out the grocery store. So, like, I don't have to have those handmade. Like, I can just eat those right out. You know, what is depression pie? I heard of it. I even seen a recipe on the on Pinterest or somebody like that, but I didn't read it. So I don't know what's in it. Buttermilk pie, I tried for the first time last year, or actually no, earlier this year. No, it was last year. Last year. It's all running together. It's post-COVID or pre-COVID. And I was always like, that sounds nasty. I don't want nothing called buttermilk. That sounds like it's gonna be sour. And I ate a piece and I'm like, oh, so I hope everybody in this house has got a piece because I'm about to eat the rest of it. That was good. I'd like a buttermilk pie. I thought it was gonna be awful. Yeah, pecan pie is way too sweet. It's a woman that's when I worked in the grocery store would always try to correct me and say pecan because there's an ice cream called pecan. No, it's pecan pralines and cream. And so she would say pecan praline because it says praline. I'm like, no, in the South, we call it praline. It's not praline. I don't know where you come from, but please go back there and learn how to talk. Pecan pralines and cream. It's not praline. You're not going to get country people to say pra. It's praline. Those Patti LaBelle pies, she need to either make it the way, or they need to make it the way she actually makes it, because I hope she don't make it that way, because them is nasty. Her sweet potato pie was trash. It was pure trash. She shouldn't call it sweet potato pie. She should call it nutmeg pie with a little sweet potato mixed in, because that's all it tastes like was nutmeg. I'm like, this is horrible. Mississippi mud, anything is good. I had her. I'm scared to try them little cobbler ones because she's got like little cobbler things too. But that sweet potato pie was garbage. We had a pecan tree when I was a kid. So I used to remember sitting there. We got, for whatever reason, we always had these big brown paper bags that you get from the grocery store, and we'd just sit there and just start cracking pecans. I wish I knew how to make sweet potato. I watched somebody make one, but they don't mean nothing. My aunt, though, she lives in this little bitty town in Oklahoma. She makes the absolute best sweet potato. She makes the best sweet potato pie out of anybody in the whole family. Out of anybody. You know, I've never had 7-Up. Yes, I have. I just didn't notice the difference. It just tastes like it had like a lemon cake flavor to it, which I love lemon cake, so I didn't mind it at all. But I don't know. It wasn't. I think I put way too much hype on it because it was 7-Up cake. So okay, let me try 7-Up. But it was from the store though. It wasn't something we made at the house. What is Butterfinger surprise? Now, mind you, I love a Butterfinger, so it works for me. I don't know if y'all probably don't have Butterfingers in Australia, do you? I think we were having this conversation once about all of our little sugary candies that we have that y'all don't have. Mm-mm. Teaching me does nothing. I had peanut butter pie once. Well, correction on that. I had a pie that had like a thin layer of chocolate at the bottom, and then the rest was like peanut butter. But good Lord, that was too much. I've never had a fruit cake, but I don't like fruit inside of things, so I've never wanted one. Me either, Sean, except fruitcake. I've never had it though, so I can't say I don't like it. But I'm not a person who likes fruit inside of things. Like I don't like chocolate covered cherries. I don't like fruit in the pie, even though that's what you need to make it because it gives it the flavor. But still, no. Oh, good Lord, Switchback Image. This sounds fantastic. A night owl cookbook. We do need one, though. So that's kind of like me with cookies, but I don't like oatmeal raisin because I don't think you should put raisins in anything except Raisin Bran. Leave them, put them in there. Like, don't put raisins in just dried grapes. Don't put it in stuff, especially cookies. That should be against the law. There is a fruit. No, it's not. Is it? Yes, it was. There's a fruitcake in the grocery store. I mean, it seems a little early, but why not? I'm gonna try it in oatmeal since that's the healthy way to eat oatmeal is put fruit in it. So we'll see. Instead of tons of sugar and or brown sugar and butter like I do usually do. Butterfingers are candied peanut butter, basically, is what it's supposed to be. So it's a crunchy candy bar that's supposed to be made out of peanut butter, but it's confections and all that type of deal. But it's crunchy and it's got chocolate on the outside. Yeah, I don't think I want to try it. We've been eating I don't know if you can call them scones. Are they scones? They're little pastries, basically. They're flat and they have a weird shape, kind of like that. And you put it in the microwave for 10 seconds because this microwave that's in this house is like supercharged. You put it in there, get you some ice cream, and you're good to go. I foolishly bought some. Well, it was caramel macchiato cupcakes, and I didn't care for it because it had too much of a coffee taste to it, which of course it does. It's called caramel macchiato, but it was just a bit much for me. No, I don't want that. Yep. Oh, good Lord. A frozen Snickers is possibly the best thing in the world. Mm. I can't see, but here's my thing with people. Your boss's wife made a fruitcake. Okay, this is a It's an irrational pet peeve. I don't like food from other people's house. Like that's basic. First of all, it's a phobia, and it's irrational. So don't try to make it make sense. Don't ask me why. It's irrational because I can go to a restaurant and eat food that I can't see them make, but I cannot eat stuff from your house when I didn't see you make it. And I don't know what your house look like. And your house could be nasty. You could be nasty. Like, I can't eat stuff from other people's house. There's some sort of block there. Like there's a few people in this world outside of my family that I could actually eat their food. A few people, because I feel like I trust them enough to know that this is not tainted some kind of way. And yeah, I can't do the potluck thing. We used to have them when I went to church all the time, and we used to have what they call international dinners anyway. And everybody brings something. And it's just like whatever I brought, I had to make sure I wanted to eat because that's all I ate. I ate that and anything you bought store bought. Outside of that, I don't want nothing from nobody's house. It was irrational phobia. Because I'm pretty sure it's fine. But I can't do it. They do. I mean, they're sometimes nasty too, but I just figured that this is the restaurant. I can't do it either, Apple. I don't know. It's a phobia. Why? I was probably betrayed many a times in my past lives because this right here is saving me because I cannot sit with my back to an open door. That drives me insane. I can't. I really can't. It's this right here. I can't see nothing, so there's something behind me, so I feel safe. But I feel like I was stabbed in the back, like literally in a past life, burnt at the stake because I don't like large fires, and attacked by dogs because I don't like big dogs either. And possibly poisoned because I don't like things from other people's house. It's just, it grosses me. There's some people, though, that I would eat something from their house. Some people. Justice for her. We're always here. I just can't. Like in some of y'all, I would eat something from y'all's house, and some people on YouTube that I would eat from their house. But it is a lot of people that no, I couldn't. I like a deviled egg. Deviled eggs are fantastic. Well, it depends on what you put in. If you just put the regular stuff, then we're fine. But if you start putting oregano leaves and honeydew and all this, and I can't fool with you. I cannot sit with my back facing. I can't sit with my back facing an open door. But even, I mean, to be honest, a closed door, I still look behind me and I know it's closed. I still do. And mind you, I don't have a childhood where somebody snuck up behind me. It has to be something. It has to be past life something. Like it just. Yes, like there's some people that I know that are just clean. But see, I've never had Vegemite. It just looks weird. Isn't it brown and salty? I'm not a salt person though. If it's brown and sugary, then we might can talk. But I've never had it. Hazel, that's what I should have did. But it was a buffet, so everybody walked up and got what they wanted. But you pickle your eggs and beets, and then devil them with the beets and onions. Okay. He traumatized you, Rose. I got it from Amazon. It's like $115 or something like that. Oh, Lord. I ain't going to go to the story with that thing, but yes. Did he really? I need to go see that. I can't do with the doors in the back. I don't like big fires in the house. Fire on the stove is fine because that's where fire needs to be. Don't put fire in a fireplace because it's too big and I think it's out of control. And then because we had one when I was a kid, and you light that fire, I'm going to go hide in the room. Like literally would run away. Like it just had to be past life. Maybe I was burnt at the stake or something, but that big fire in the house, oh, no. Oh, he's ill. He's ill. Yeah, if you know how to cook, it'll keep you fed. I know how to call and swipe. That's what I do now. But it's good to have no cheering though, because I ain't got to try to cook for nobody. I cook for myself. My brother's grown, he older than me. You cook for yourself and we be done. Speaking of buffets, I don't really like the buffet. I can't stand buffet. I don't like eating with a community of people. Like we're all going to go dig the same spoon, and no, I can't. I did. Ugh. I can't do buffets. I can do a Chinese buffet, but I can't do any other kind of buffets. They're just not my thing. I don't like buffets. Pumpkin soup. Well, you have a good dinner, Jan. I'm going to have breakfast in about 22 minutes here. I don't know what, but something. That's what I do. Order you some food and be done with it. I can order food now because the breakfast places are open. I don't like buffets. Mm-mm. I don't like just eating with everybody. Bring me my stuff. That's what we do around here. You stay in this room long enough, you're going to eat something. If you stay in this room long enough, you're going to order something, eat something, cook something, something. I'd eat too, but I don't want to eat on camera. So I ain't. Stromboli. Oh, I love Stromboli. What did you order, Stallion? Because I can order, but it's just breakfast. Because ain't nobody serving nothing else right now. But it is a lot of money. I only have to take care of myself, so that's the good thing. All my kids is grown. And they make more than me. And still ask me for stuff. How does that work? This will make 27. This will make 22. This will make 15. They all make more than me. And you still asking me for stuff? Oh, well. That's how it works. Yeah. I don't want a chicken. I do want a chicken biscuit. That does sound good. Steak, egg, sausage, egg muffin with good Lord. That sounds fantastical. You got real food. Lord, I'm sitting here talking about cheese and pickles. Lord have mercy. You're getting steak and eggs and stuff. Wendy's breakfast is good. Okay. Lay behind is open too, ain't it? No, ain't nobody open but Panera Bread, and good Lord knows I don't want none of there. Wendy's open at 6:30. I thought, oh, wait a minute, DoorDash don't start till 10. Well, son of a mother. Wendy's is open. It's walking distance. I don't want to go though. Panera Bread is pickup only, so there's no delivery, but y'all want to make sure we knew y'all was open. So who wants a bagel or an onion bagel or a plain bagel or a sesame seed bagel? Who want to eat bread all morning? Like, what are we doing right now? Yes, the oldest one is 20. They're not my kids, my real kids. They're what I call my kids, or my sister kids. I don't ever want kids. This is what I call my kids. Is my sister's kids. But yes, the oldest one is 27. So yeah, they're all grown. They do have mac and cheese. This is not mac and cheese. What in the hell is this? This mac and cheese is white as Anderson Cooper. Who chicken mac and cheese is this? Vermont white cheddar cheese. Well, you need some yellow cheese in your thing. What? I can't face the door because I like to face the window. This is my meditation. That is not cheese. Macaroni, get out of here. Look how white that is. White ass macaroni cheese. You can't come in nobody's house black with this kind of macaroni cheese. Like, baby, what is that? You put gravy in your macaroni cheese? Lord. Panera Bread, if y'all don't get somewhere inside out, y'all got a broccoli cheese soup. Just use that cheese in your macaroni cheese. I'm pretty sure it might taste okay, but you need yellow cheese in your macaroni cheese. Lord have mercy. They have bowls. All I see is avocado. I don't want to eat a bowl full of avocado and tomatoes and rice. No, thank you. Mm-mm. I've never heard of that one. No Charis or Cherise. The macaroni cheese has to be yellow because that's what it's supposed to look like. That's macaroni cheese to me. This white business is not macaroni cheese. This is like Casper the Ghost macaroni cheese. This is too light. Because when you make macaroni cheese, you got to put like 15 types of macaroni cheese in, or cheese, and then you got to put some little cream so it's a little creamier, but it's got the steak cheese. Like, I don't make it, but I like what other people who know how to make it make it. And it don't ever come out looking like that. Bacon, scrambled egg, and tomato wrap. That sounds fantastic. And it's $5.39. That does not sound fantastic. Where's the 99-cent menu? Cinnamon swirl bagel. It's got raisins in it. Stop that. Oh. We don't bake it. I've never had baked macaroni cheese. If you're going to put something on the top and you want that cheese to do whatever, then fine, bake it. But, you know. Yeah, so I'd have to leave the house. So that's not going to happen. Yes, I've been on here for 3 hours and 18 minutes. I'm leaving soon. I'll get out of here. I like a tomato. Tomatoes, like I say, it's a staple in this house. We like a tomato. But you're probably right, though. With a breakfast sandwich, I don't know how a tomato would fit. No, I ain't leaving the house. Mm-mm. Our macaroni cheese does not go in the oven. Cheese on the eggs, yes, sometimes. I actually put brown sugar in my eggs. I just started doing it like last year. No, this year, earlier this year. No, Patty LaBelle's pie kind of threw me off, so I never tried the rest of her stuff. I know Oprah's got a bunch of frozen dish type stuff too, and I never tried hers either. Mayo and cayenne. Okay. So it's real mac and cheese and I like bacon or sausage in my now we vote by mail here. They've already sent the thing talking about am I gonna be back on tonight? No. That's tomorrow with Jace and Adrian on Jace's channel. Jen Lynn and Lori from The Way of Positive Change are going live today at like 1 Central, I believe. Yeah, I like bacon or sausages in my omelets with some cheese too. That's good stuff. I tried that, Tara, and I had the avocado and I put the egg in there because I seen it on one of these recipe books that I had, and I didn't like it. I have to I have to come to grips with the fact that I don't like avocado. I wanted to because everybody around me loved it and they made it sound like it was fantastic, but it's just, no, I'm not going today. It's on Saturday at 8 p.m. and then Sunday at, well, 8 p.m. my time, but 7 Central. Here's the thing, though. I don't have a schedule because I'm very impulsive. Tonight we went live because we all actually was going to go live at the same time. And so I was like, well, hey, well, let's just do a joint live stream. And then um, I wanted to do some more live because, my lives go forever. And so I came back on. But I don't ever have a schedule. Bye, Linda. I don't ever have a schedule for when I go live. It's just whenever I have time, and I don't have anything to do today. 2 double A. 2 is enough because that's a lot of bread. But it just kind of happens. Because I don't know when the next time I go live by myself will be. But we do have food talk every single time, though. No, I don't have kids. No, between my sisters, they had 5. I think that's enough kids in the world. Yeah, no. I wish I could be one of those. I hate appointments. And like, I'm going to go live at 2 every Thursday. And I can't do that. Because then I'm going to dread it and I'm going to hate it and then I ain't going to do it. I had to do that for Patreon when I was doing them over there, but I didn't like that either because I don't like adhering to schedules that I set myself. If I work for you, then you set me a schedule. I'm fine with adhering to that. But I can't set schedules for myself and then make myself do it. It's just, no. Yeah, they use a lot of times avocado in place of butter, which is nice. Lower your calorie intake and blah, blah. I don't bake. I don't eat anything. First of all, I don't cook nothing. So let's just start there. But no, you boil your macaroni cheese, and then that same pot, you put all your milk and your cheese and your this and your that. You stir it up, you heat it up, and you serve it. You don't bake it. But if you're going to put something on top of it, there are no breadcrumbs and nothing like that. If you're going to put some on top of it, then fine, you can put it in the dish and bake it. But just something stirred in a pot, we don't bake that. Because there's nothing on top of it. There is no cheese on top of it. There's no breadcrumbs on top of it. It's all in there, and you just stir it up. No breadcrumbs, though. We don't put breadcrumbs in there. But you just stir in all your hundreds of cheeses, and then you put it on top of the stove, and you serve it. Oh, Lord, 11 pineapples. And see, we buy separate cheese like the Philadelphia craft cheese. We put that in there and stir it up and eat it. All right, Coley, we'll be here. Can't tell you when. Oh, no, nobody makes macaroni and cheese from scratch. Brady Crockett does not live in this house. What are you trying to do to us? You better get you some macaroni out of the box, put it in this water, and be happy. Bye, Texicana. You do not make no macaroni from scratch. Now, mind you, we don't use the cheese packet, the little powdered cheese. We don't use that, we use that, but we use additional cheese with it. But no baking. Pineapple grows on me sometimes. I can't eat it by itself, though. Oh. Well, I'm going to see what I can find to eat then. I'm done too, Crystal. I will go see what I can find in this house with no groceries in it. Pineapple is not for pizza. You take that back. I can't do that. I got taro powder all over my hands. It's bothering me. So Jen and Lori will be live today. They did a community post on their thing if you want to leave them any questions. And Becca might be live later on that evening. And then me, Jace, and Adrian will be on Jace's channel because she has her own channel for her commentary. And so we will be over there having some giggles and carrying on. But if you are of sensitive nature, that's not the place to be. You might hear a word or two of seasoned language. And so I'm going to get up from here and see what I can have. Oh, grilled cheese doesn't sound bad. If it boils down to that, that's what I'm going to have. But I'm kind of leaning towards pickles and cheese right I think I have a craving right now. I swear I'm not pregnant. If I am, I don't know how. But I ain't been in Pittsburgh that long. So y'all have a good night, and I will see y'all Sunday, if not tomorrow and the next day. Definitely Sunday. So Have a good night.